You're hosting Saturday Night Live for the third time.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
you well deserved. We love when you host, but I remember
you.
when you were there, when you were working on Saturday Night Live. And
Yeah.
writing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember as a writer, you in my office. I remember you were a host, and I had this little office that my first day I moved into, and it said Andrew Steele on it, who had been a writer at Saturday Night
You had
Live.
Steele's office.
I had Steele's office.
Oh my God.
I don't know how to describe him. He once lived in a truck. Is that right?
Yeah, there's so many rumors about him, about Andrew Steele, and he's such a mysterious figure.
I mean, but he was like a gainfully employed head writer of Saturday Night Live. But also, they were like, "Oh, that guy lived in a truck. That's your office now."
He's one of the funniest people I think I've ever met in my lifetime.
I cleaned out the desk the first day. They go, "Put your stuff in there." I opened it up. It was all power tools. I mean, it was all like very industrial, like heavy power tools with a lot of black rubber cord. And I mean, like every drawer. And it was my first day, and I was terrified. And I kept taking power tools and dumping them into the wastebasket. And then Nusretta, you know, the wonderful woman from maintenance, she'd come by and she kept emptying it into her thing and then looking at me, and I was like, I don't know. And she'd come back, there'd be another 3 drills in there, and I'd be like, I don't
I'm not the weirdo. He was the weirdo. Yeah, the guy
He lived in a truck. Yeah.
It was so funny. Horatio Sands and I had an office across the hallway, and so he would always do bits with us all the time. Like, he was so nice and so funny. But like, at one point, do you know the wind-up dog story?
The wind-up dog story? No, what's the wind-up dog?
We were sitting there trying to think of an idea, and I never came up with it. I'm trying to type something, and I hear like this. I look behind me, there's a wind-up dog, a toy dog, like walking in my office. So I pick it up. So I pick up the dog, and there's a note on the dog. It says, "Help me, Andrew." So I go into his office, and he's laying on the desk, and he has his phone on his head. That's it. He was just like that. And he goes, "Can you get this phone off my head?" Like,
That dude's just good at life.
yeah.
You know, and he had everyone's phone number written on. This was 2008, by the way. This wasn't like a long time ago.
Yeah. This is like.
He had everyone's phone number written on the wall in pencil, like a prisoner. It'd be like Tim Meadows, like 212.
It's the greatest.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I was just thinking about you because you came up in the news recently by Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and let me show you this clip really quick.
Who would play you in a biopic?
I'm hoping for John Mulaney.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
I was like, yo!
I mean,
would you
I'm
ever?
hoping for, like, I've been offered 2 movies, and I am in both of them. And I'm hoping for. Yeah, I think you got him. No, I was excited. That was really cool. You know, I'm from the Midwest, and he's the mayor of South Bend.
Yeah,
you know, which
of course.
I guess. Yeah. But I think I tweeted that, and then people were very mad. They said other Democrats, you know, and I'm like a Democrat. I'm fun and I'm nice and stuff. And but they were like, "How dare you? No, bad Democrat, bad Democrat." And I was like, "What happened? What happened?" And they said, "He's not good enough as a Democrat." I said, "Okay, all right, okay." Yeah. But I guess he's
supporting him. You're just going to play him in the movie.
Also, he's an openly gay veteran of the military, so that's a real good idea to turn down him violently, other Democrats. Stupid idiots. It is.
Impressive right there.
No, it's just like, the people are like, yeah, no. Well, who do you like, Biden or Buttigieg? I'm like, your tone is crazy. Look, I'm going to vote for whoever it is.
Happy with either
I'm
one
just going to vote D and walk out of there. Even if it's Garfield, I will write down Democrat and walk out of there.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.